Hello everyone. If you remember, we are doing one packet tracer playlist 2024. In that one we are doing the basic to advanced level. So if you remember, we learn how we can configure the telnet, how we can configure the SSH, how we can assign the IP address, how we can take the computer, how we can connect the cable. We learned this from the last 6 video, I think, or 6 or 9 videos. So now today we are going to discuss how we can create the VLAN. This is a playlist, only you will have the lab in this one. So in this one we are going to learn how to check how many VLAN we have, how to create the VLAN. So let's go. First of all, you need to remember VLAN we can create inside switch only. Okay, VLAN we can create inside switch only. You have two types of switch, layer 2 and layer 3. So any one we can take. If you want to create the VLAN in the layer 2 switch, we can create. If you want to create the VLAN in the layer 3 switch, we can create. So now we are going to do that one. So if you see here, I have one switch here. If you see this one, so I will take the CLI of this switch, and here we will see how we can check the VLAN. If you click here, first of all I will go to the privilege mode. If you remember, we put the enable password as ABC. So I put ABC. So I am able to log into the switch. I am in the privilege mode. If you want to check how many VLAN we have in this switch, write show VLAN brief. With this command you can check how many VLAN you have. So when you write show VLAN brief, you can see here this is a VLAN 1 default VLAN. All the ports are in this VLAN. Okay, this is a default VLAN. VLAN 1, all the ports are present in this VLAN. And you have more 5 VLAN, this one more. Total we have 5 VLAN by default, but 4 VLANs is unused. We are not going to use. This is a default one. We cannot delete, we cannot create, we cannot use. Only VLAN 1 we can use, but we cannot delete because this is by default. And if you see here, all these ports are in the VLAN 1. All these ports are in the VLAN 1. If you create the new VLAN, you can move this port in that particular VLAN. Okay. So now what we learn how we can check the VLAN. If you see, show VLAN brief is a command we use to check how many VLAN we have in this one. If you want to check, do we assign any IP address to that VLAN, how we will check? We will write show VLAN brief. When we write, show VLAN brief, we use to check how many VLAN we have. But if you want to check, did we assign any IP address to this VLAN, or did we configure any IP address and the port of this VLAN is up or down, you will write show IP interface brief. With this command you will get the interface status. If you see, this is a command I wrote, show IP interface. So with this command we can check whatever the interface you have and whatever the status of that one. So if you see, this all are the interface, and this is the IP address. If we assign any IP, you will get here the IP address, but this is a layer 2 switch, we cannot assign the IP. And this is a status, this 2 interface is up, status is up, protocol is up, so it is connected. And if you go down, you can see we have the VLAN 1 by default, this is a by default, and we assign the IP address to the VLAN 1. If you remember, we assigned before when we do the telnet or SSH. So already we have the IP address here, 192.168.1.2 for VLAN 1. And the status is up, port is up. Now you know how to check that one, whatever IP we assign. Just you write this command, show IP interface brief. That's all. Okay. And after that, if you want to create VLAN, if you want to create the VLAN, how you can create? You can go in the global configuration mode and you will write the VLAN, and if you want, just press question mark. You can see you can create the VLAN from 1 to 1 till 4094. So this many VLAN you can create. Okay, this many VLAN you can create, and if you want, you can create any number. Just you need to write VLAN and give space and put the number here. Example, imagine I want to create the VLAN 10. So I will write VLAN 10. But we have the range, we can create from 1 to 4094. But I want to create for VLAN 10, so I wrote VLAN. First we need to write the VLAN, and then after that we need to write the number. So I wrote the number. Then press enter. So you created the VLAN, and if you can see this one, config_VLAN. So with this one you move in that VLAN. Now you can write here name. If you want to define any name for this VLAN, you can write. Example, I want to write name as IT. So we give this name, like what we can say. If you see here what we have here, like 1, and this is the name. If you see, this one is a VLAN number, this all, and if you see the second one, this is a name. This is a default, this is a FDDI default, token ring default. This same like that. If you want to give any name, you will write name IT. Okay, any name you can give. I am giving the IT, and press enter. So once you done this one, your VLAN is created with the name IT. If you want to check, you can exit like this, again exit, and then you can write show VLAN brief. With this command you can check how many VLAN we have, and press enter. You can see here, before you don't have the VLAN 10, this one. Before you don't have the VLAN 10, but now if you see, you have the VLAN 10 and you have the name also. If you see, VLAN name is also there, IT. And if you see here, you can go this sequence. This is active, but you don't have any port in this VLAN. We don't have any port in that VLAN. Example, if you want to put this port F0/1, which is connecting to this computer, if you want to move this here in the F0/1, you can move this port, or you can move any port. Whatever port you want to move, you can move. Okay, and also you need to remember, two different VLAN cannot communicate. Two different VLAN cannot communicate. Why we are creating the VLAN? We are creating the VLAN to divide the single broadcast domain into multiple broadcast domain. This is the interview question. You need to remember, VLAN is used to divide the single broadcast domain into multiple broadcast domain. Anyhow, in this series we are planning not to discuss the theory, but anyhow let's discuss some theory also. You need to remember, VLAN is used to create from single broadcast domain to multiple broadcast domain. You need to remember this one. Okay, so if you want to move this port, example in this scenario, if you want to move this port, that is F0/1, from VLAN 1 to VLAN 10, then what you can do? First of all, you need to go under that interface. You write config T to go in the global configuration mode, and then you need to go inside this one. So if you want to go inside that one, you will write interface. In shortcut we can write int. That is nothing but interface. After that you need to write that interface name. You can write FA0/1, or you can write FA0 anything. You can write same like this, or you can write FA0, that is without A also you can write. You can write F0/1 or FA0/1. Your wish, both are same only. After that you will write switch port mode axis. So we make this with this command axis, and after that you need to put in which VLAN. You need to put in the VLAN 10, then you need to write switch port axis, then you need to write VLAN 10. Okay, that's all, and exit. Or if you want to check here also, you can write do show VLAN brief. When you write show VLAN brief, it will show you all the VLAN status, but you are inside the global configuration mode or interface mode. If you are there, then you need to put do. If you are in the privilege mode without this one, then directly you can write show VLAN brief, like we done here. If you see, we are in the privilege mode, so I wrote directly show VLAN brief. Here you can see nothing is written, but here if you see, you are in the global configuration mode, so you need to write do show VLAN brief. And you can see you have the VLAN 10 here, and the name is IT, and this port which you have here in the VLAN 1. Now this port F0/1 moved to where? F0/1 moved to the VLAN 10. So this way we can move the port. So you need to remember, we can create the VLAN and we can move the port. If you want to save the configuration, you can exit. Okay, or directly if you want to save, you can write do WR, or if you want to exit, you can write exit, and you can write WR to save the configuration. So in this video we learn how to create the VLAN, how to move the port in that particular VLAN. Okay, so in our next video we are going to do some more labs related to VLAN. After that we are going to move to the next topic, STP, CDP, LLDP, like that. Okay, here this is only the playlist for the Cisco packet tracer, so we are going to do the packet tracer labs. Mostly we are going to do the labs in this one. If you want theory, you can look our CCNA 200-301 series. In that one we cover the theory plus lab, but here only lab. We are focusing only in the lab. So try to remember that one and watch this one. If you face any problem, join our Facebook page. You can search network for you. You will get in the Facebook. Join there. You can chat with us there. You can chat with us Instagram or Telegram. Join our Telegram channel. We are going to share this topology there, so you will get this topology there. Okay. Thank you. Bye.